Good morning, children. Sai Ram. Welcome back to chapter 4 of geography, that is air. Today, in this fourth part of the chapter, we are going to learn about moisture. We are also going to learn about different types of rainfall. But before that, let us take a small recap on what we did in the last part. Children, we studied about wind. We studied about the different types of wind, right? And we also saw the pressure belts. We also learned about the pressure belts. Then we learned about moisture. We had started off with the moisture. So we had seen that when the water evaporates from land and different water bodies, it becomes water vapor. We also learned that moisture in air is known as humidity. So basically, children, when the air is full of water vapor, we call it as a humid day. On a humid day, our clothes take longer to dry and the sweat from our body does not evaporate easily, and it makes us rather uncomfortable, isn't it? As the air gets warmer, its capacity to hold the water vapor increases, and so it becomes more and more humid. So children, we had already learned till here in the last part. Now let us move on to the next part. We are going to start with understanding more about water cycle. What exactly is the what exactly do you understand by water cycle? The process of evaporation, condensation, precipitation and collection of water again back to the water sources is known as water cycle. Now we will start first with evaporation. The most important form of moisture in the atmosphere is water vapor. It is added in the atmosphere through the evaporation of water. It is also added from the moist ground and from plants and animals through transpiration. Evaporation takes place everywhere, at all times and at all temperatures. The rate of evaporation increases when the air is hot, dry and windy, and it decreases when the air is cold, moist and calm. So basically, the process by which the water changes into water vapor and enters the atmosphere is called the evaporation. Now let us come to humidity. What is humidity? The actual amount of water vapor that is present in air is called humidity or absolute humidity. It is closely related to air temperature. When the air holds the maximum amount of water vapor at a given temperature, the air is said to be saturated. An important and useful way of expressing the level of humidity is in the terms of relative humidity. So children, what exactly do you understand by the term condensation? When the moist air rises upwards, it becomes cool and the water vapor changes into small drops of water. This process is known as condensation. Condensation takes place around dust particles in the air. The most important forms of condensation are dew, fog, clouds, etc. When the small droplets of water condenses around the dust or smoke particles in the air, the mass is called cloud. Cloud move from one place to another even by light air movement. So depending upon their shape and the height at which they are formed, clouds are divided into three types. But let us not go into detail about it, as you don't have it in your curriculum this year. So the next part of the water cycle that we are going to learn about now is precipitation. Now when these droplets, then these droplets or the water vapor that has been changed to small drops of water, when it rises up and it becomes too heavy to float in the air, it comes down in the form of precipitation. It comes down as precipitation. Now we have given different terms for precipitation. Like precipitation can be in the form of rainfall. Then the precipitation can also be in the form of snowfall, or hailstones, etc. Now, rainfall is the most important form of precipitation. Depending upon how warm and moist air cools, rainfall can occur in the following ways. Students, let me tell you, there are three types of rainfall: orographic or relief rainfall, convectional rainfall, frontal or cyclonic rainfall. Now, let us have a look at orographic precipitation or orographic rainfall first. What exactly happens? When a mountain or hills comes in the path of moisture laden winds, the winds which is full of moisture, when the mountain or a hill comes in the path of such winds, the moist air is forced to ascend along its slope. So what happens is, you can see it in the picture also, right? What happens is, as the air mass rises upwards, cooling takes place. This is followed by condensation and precipitation. This is called orographic or relief rainfall. The next one is convectional rainfall. When air comes in contact with the hot surface of the earth, it gets heated, it becomes light, and then it rises in the form of the air current. After the warm air reaches the upper layers of the atmosphere, it expands and loses heat. This leads to condensation and the formation of clouds. Now, these clouds produce sudden and heavy rainfall accompanied by thunder and lightning. This is called the convectional rainfall. Now, what is cyclonic rainfall? Now let us understand in short about cyclone, which is also known as the nature's fury. So children, Odisha, which is located on the eastern seacoast of India, is prone to cyclones that originate in the Bay of Bengal. On 17th or 18th October 1999, the cyclone hit 5 districts of the state. Another super cyclone occurred on 29th October 1999 that devastated large portions of the state. The damages caused were mainly due to the three factors: wind, velocity, rain, and tidal surge. The wind of up to 260 km per hour lasted for over 36 hours. These high velocity winds uprooted trees and damaged the Kucha houses. Now let us see. Now let us take a small recap on whatever we have done in today's session. We started off with moisture. We understood the meaning of moisture, after which we saw the water cycle. In the water cycle, we started off first with evaporation. When the water vapor rises in the forms of evaporation, it becomes cool. The water vapor condenses, causing formation of droplets of water. When these droplets of water become too heavy to float in air, they come down as precipitation. Then we also learned about the three types of rainfall, that is convectional, orographic, and cyclonic. Now children, with this I end this chapter, that is chapter 4 of geography. You are expected to the assignments. So children, as I said, please complete your assignments on time. Now for this particular chapter, we are going to do a small activity. It will be a part of your art integration. What you have to do is, you have to note 10 days weather report from your local newspaper. So as I said, note down the forecast or the temperature in your assignment sheets. You have to write it down in a tabular form. So make 3 columns. First column will be the date. Second column will be the temperature or the weather. And the third column will be your observation, as in what change have taken place, or how exactly is the climate. Is it sunny? Is it rainy? So on and so forth. Yes children, now comes the time for the most exciting session, the quiz time. This particular session or this particular quiz time is going to be a small revision on your entire chapter, a small revision kind of a thing based on the chapter. So are you all ready? Let us begin. Which of the following gases protects us from the harmful sun rays? Is it the carbon dioxide? Is it nitrogen? Or is it the ozone? Yes, the answer is ozone. Now let us move on to the next one. The most important layer of the atmosphere is it troposphere? Is it thermosphere? Or is it mesosphere? Yes children, so the answer is troposphere. Now let us move on to the next quiz. Which of the following layers of atmosphere is free from clouds? Troposphere, stratosphere, or mesosphere? Yes, the answer is stratosphere. The next question that we have in our quiz is, as we go up the layers of the atmosphere, the pressure increases, decreases, remains the same. What can be the answer? The answer is the temperature Decreases. Yes. Next one. When precipitation comes down to the earth in the liquid form, it is called cloud, rain, snow. What is it called? What can be the correct answer? The answer is rain. Yes. I hope you have enjoyed this quiz session. So, I end this part of Geography Chapter 4. See you in the next chapter of History, that is History Chapter number 4. Till then, goodbye and take care.